Hello and welcome to the Soul Freedom Series. I'm your host here, Demetria, and we are in for a really profound healing transmission and a whole new stepping into why we came here today. And my guest today has been absolutely instrumental in helping me transition through some very narrow and difficult times. And I know that she is going to do the same thing for you. If you're experiencing some kind of challenge today, I would just gift yourself this next 30 minutes because I guarantee you will feel differently at the end. Jenny No, RN, MSN, CNM, is a transformational healer, intuitive coach, and international speaker. She has been featured on well-known global telesummits such as U Wealth Revolution and From Heartache to Joy. Jenny's vision is to support heart-centered professionals and entrepreneurs around the world to live their true purpose and prosper doing what they love. She's dedicated to using her intuitive gifts to help people unlock their full potential. Her signature quantum healing process allows her clients to connect to their inner knowing and free themselves from limiting beliefs and wounds of the past so that they can fulfill their true calling. Starting out in modern medicine, Jenny worked as a registered nurse and certified nurse midwife for 12 years while simultaneously embarking on her spiritual path. In her mid-20s, she began to develop her energy healing techniques. She studied many healing modalities, and in the midst of her healing journey, she discovered her own unique healing gifts and found her true calling as a transformational healer and coach. Now, as a spiritual midwife, she helps people birth their purpose and live their dreams. Jenny's healing abilities allow her clients to quickly uncover their true purpose, reignite their passions, reconnect to their intuition, and break free from limitations. I can absolutely attest to her ability to help you break free. So please join me in welcoming Jenny to this series. Jenny, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. It's just so nice to be back with you, Demetria, and your amazing tribe.
Oh, it is so good to have you here. It always amazes me how you have such a gift. I mean, no matter what I might be going through, whenever I have a session with you or in any kind of capacity, I mean, you just have this powerful light language that comes through, which stay tuned because you will be offering it during this call. It just always amazes me how transformative. I feel so different, from the, beginning to the end. So I just appreciate that. And I know that you really help people birth their purpose. So, is your soul's purpose, is it something that is within you or something that we have to look for outside of us?
Yes. Yeah, that's a great question. I get that a lot. People ask me, and I feel that in my own experience and working with so many clients and doing so much research, diving into this area of helping, supporting people birth their soul purpose and live their mission is actually something that's within us. Okay, and it's actually it's something that we need to uncover, and it's not something that we need to go outside of us to look for, where most of us make the mistake of doing that. Hey, this and that things that we need to look for or do, but it's actually this inspiration, this knowing, and these the gifts and everything that we need is actually packed in us. But it's packed sometimes so far deep that we need to go within and uncover the layers of things that's in the way of us, really recognizing that guidance and that purpose calling from within.
And I just feel that so strongly because it seems to be it's very easy to kind of be focus so externally, like, well, what am I supposed to be doing? And we then kind of look to someone else to kind of hand deliver our purpose
Yes.
for us. And yeah, I just love how you said you're a spiritual midwife. And I think that's really key. Can you kind of talk more about that, like a midwife versus like, I'm just going to tell you what your purpose is? And
Yes, yes, yeah, and this is the one huge mistake that I feel that people make. Like I mentioned, is going looking outside for our purpose and having someone, a healer, a coach, or a psychic medium, whoever else, tell us why am I here to do? What is my purpose? And this is like it comes from a place of disempowerment. Okay, and no one knows your purpose more than you do. However, we do need support and help to get us to that place. It's like, birthing, just like the analogy of the spiritual midwife. I used to be a certified nurse midwife, would deliver hundreds of babies. It takes a lot of work to birth a baby. And the same thing, we're birthing a magnificent self, and it does, we do need the support to help us move through, but we already have what it takes. We already have what we need within us through all the experiences that we go through. And being a spiritual midwife is like helping clients uncover what is that does for them. And when you find this, when you uncover this, maybe that's a better word, there's just a part of you that just deep resignation, deep gratitude. You just it makes you cry. It's like you feel so supported and so alive, and all of how the transformations, all the experiences you've gone through, even those so-called not so good times or bad times, you can see the perfection in it all. And it's just a beautiful process when we're able to allow what's needed to come forth, and but I do have to say, with proper help and support, you can move through this process so much easier.
I appreciate that, because I was just thinking how I've often heard that, our primary purpose is essentially to awaken, to be free, to embody love. And I just think that just so goes along with what you're doing, because in order to do that, in order to really be in our fulfillment, embodying love, we have to be open to however that calls us forth, or whatever wants to be birthed through us, right?
Yes, exactly. And if I can add, Demetria, is that this from my research and my own experiences, I feel like there's two kind of purpose. If you can break it down just quickly, it's like one is universal and one is personal.
Yes.
So, and this is the first time I've heard this is through the work of the late Edgar Cayce. He's the American prophet and mystic, and universal purpose is what you just mentioned. For us to embody the highest light, love, ascension. Here to make a greatest service and be of greatest service. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, in my own experiences, that's just not enough. For some reason, there's something within me that's still missing. Even though that's great, yes, we all will be, ultimately, that's where it is, right? And embodying unconditional love and, creativity and authenticity and all that. But there's still, I felt, from my own experience, there's something still missing. And there's where that comes in the personal purpose, is where it's actually your soul song or soul calling is you're yearning for, that we have chosen or taken on to come here to fulfill. And when we don't do that, there's a part of us that feels there's something hugely missing, and we become unfulfilled, and we feel that sometimes somewhat lost even. And that's when we're able to discover that personal purpose, that's our soul's mission, then that's when we are able to really feel that fulfillment and really sense that, wow, okay, yeah, I know why I'm here. I'm here for a greater reason. And it's just a beautiful process. And when I was able to find that for myself, it's like, now it makes so much sense. Before I had teachers and, mentors, and they tell me, those things, I say, yeah, that's great and all, but I still feel something's missing. So that's my experience.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I really feel like that fills a huge kind of gap, because yes, then there is like that sense, you want to have this sense of like, yes, we are here to serve, and you want to have that feeling of like, well, I hope I'm using why I came here to its fullest capacity. And you're helping people do that. So how do you know if you are living your purpose?
Yes, and this is something that I love supporting people through, because this is such a transformation process. It's just like day and night process. When we actually live our purpose, we feel alive. It just feels amazing. We feel in touch, connected, supported, loved, and things flow more easier. Okay, it doesn't mean always 100% all the time, because we're still human, but things flow with synchronicity. Opportunities open to us before it hadn't before. And it's just this huge fulfillment within. It's almost like satisfying this urge or this yearning, looking for something outside of us, and then we find it's like, it just feels really, really good. And then when you're not opposite of that, when you're not on purpose, then you feel stuck, you feel disconnected, you feel, you have to work really hard, there's a lot of struggle, you feel unfulfilled. It's just the opposite of it. It doesn't feel as good or good. And but yeah, so when you're able to do that, like I mentioned earlier, there's this part of us that come alive. It's almost like we wake up, and it's just the same person that we are, but we come from a different perspective, living our life on purpose, living our life fully and serving and making an impact instead of just existing and going through life mundanely.
Wow. Yeah. I was just thinking how I've been there, and yeah, when you do kind of get that sort of message where it's like, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. It is like exactly what you described. It's like you go from like this kind of confused, lost, kind of stagnant to suddenly it's like, okay, you're listening to what your soul's telling you to do, and then it's just like you said, it just everything starts to open up. That's where the opportunities come in. What do you think the biggest obstacle is for why people maybe aren't living their purpose?
Wow. Yeah, this is a tough one for me to kind of distill down to just one thing. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and say two biggest challenges. If I had to narrow it down to two biggest challenges, would be one is not be able to trust and connect to one's inner knowing or guidance. Okay. And the second one is the blocks or the limiting beliefs that's in the way of us moving forward to have that what we desire. Okay, so as you know, this living your soul's purpose intuition is a huge component. And one of the diagrams I have in my gifts, it talks about the soul's purpose blueprint, and intuition is one of the key components. In addition to your passions, your gifts, your skills, the values, and service and intuition. Okay, in order to live our soul's purpose, we have to incorporate these areas, these key essentials into that. Okay, so this is where the GPS guidance. This is where the guidance within, and of course connected to the divine or source, can actually guide us along the path to where we need to go and what we need to do. And it's just a beautiful process. But then the problem is that sometimes many people, including myself in the past, and I've been where you were too, confused and lost and have no clue what we're here to do, feel unfulfilled and all of that. And when I found my purpose, those things changed, just like you mentioned. And I felt what was the biggest block for me, one of the biggest blocks is also my limiting past, my limiting patterns and blocks that is actually is in the way of me moving forward and uncovering my purpose and even trusting my intuition. And these can come from past wounds or hurts or limiting experiences that we have picked up or inherited, even who knows how long, way back as adults, as a child, or even some people, the deeper the work we do this, then it opens the door for other dimensions like past lives that we weren't even aware of. And that is actually in the way of literally canceling out our ability to live our purpose and our dreams, because these experiences, I believe, money stories and limited beliefs like I'm not good enough, I'm not loved, I don't have what it takes, I'm not deserving. It keeps us in a pattern of being unsuccessful and playing small, that when we can transform these beliefs and these patterns and experiences that directly cancel out our dreams, our visions, and our purpose, and then that's how we're able to really exponentially propel forward to where Spirit wants to guide us. And this is when we're able to have the courage to listen to our heart knowing, right? It takes a lot of courage, and get the messages and able to follow it more and more to live that amazing life that we all along here has been waiting for.
I'm sorry, I have to share this because I know you're going to also then offer like a healing for this. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I just had this vision of, the midwife. So, and this is like what you're doing now. So like as you're birthing a baby, anybody's had this experience or you can imagine it.
Yes.
But it, there's a lot, you're feeling what you're feeling, but there's a lot that you can't see. The midwife has actually a larger perspective and can see and can kind of guide you. And so like when you were saying about the limiting beliefs, like you're able to kind of identify beliefs that we might be blind to and help us kind of safely birth our dream, birth our purpose through the different, through these limiting beliefs. You can kind of help us clear them actually, and move around them. So that's wow. When I saw that vision, I realized how powerful and important this work is.
Yes, and the work that you do, the work that I do, and many other people do is to really help us become our best version of self. And because the only thing, I tell clients this all the time, the only thing that's in the way of us living our dreams / purpose or vision, our best life, is those things that's in the way of us getting there, right? If we didn't have that, we'll be doing that already, see? And I see this over and over with my clients, and if you don't mind, Demetria, I'm just going to share this one quick example of this client. She before working with me in my coaching program, she was, actually having a discovery call with her. She was telling me, Jenny, I don't even know how much longer I can live this way or in this relationship with my husband. I don't think I want to be in this relationship anymore. My life is not going well. I have a lot of financial challenges, and my kids are not listening to me. I'm not really happy at work. And then working with her, we supported her to transform many of the limited beliefs that she has, like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I can't be successful, and things like that. And then it transformed her life radically. She her relationship with her children, they respect her now, and they help out, they're supportive. Her husband, before, like I mentioned, they were about to call it quits, and now they go on dates, and actually they're having an amazing time. The relationship transformed like 180 degrees, and she was able to get a raise at work that she's been wanting to get a raise for a while, but she just feeling the time wasn't right, but actually she has unworthiness issue, so not low self-worth and those things, and she was able to transform that and get a raise, and through working with me, she was also let go of this belief that she couldn't work or she couldn't accept more work, okay, and as a result, she was able to, earn some extra money. I think she said it was over $1,000 from picking up extra job opportunities that came to her as it comes. So it's just like things like this can transform for us, but it does take it is how do I say this? There's just like you mentioned, Demetria, there's so many energies and limited beliefs and patterns that we have, including past hurts, that we may not even recognize what those things are. But what I can say is that if you have a lot of challenges in your life in the area of money or love or the health departments or not knowing your purpose, then even intuition, then just rest assured that you have lots of limited beliefs and things in the way of you living that life that you want. But know that with proper help and support, we can get there. We can make it through, which must be
I'm so
great.
glad we have you. Well, I'm going to let you take over. I know you have, you wanted to do a light language transmission in the spirit of helping us to step into our purpose. So I'm going to let, I'm going to let you take that away. Thank you so much, Jenny.
Yeah, thank you. So as you're being present here, just allow whatever comes up to be here. Again, just give yourself a few minutes of really getting in touch with who you are, your divine essence. And as you're moving through the transformation process to align you more to your purpose, there will be resistance that will come up. So you may feel some discomfort in the body, or you may feel really good. You may feel so connected, in touch with who you are and feeling grounded and centered. Or you can have some emotions come up. You can have some body sensations come up. Whichever way is okay. So if you feel a lot of things coming up in your body or your emotions, just being present with that. And I just want to quickly share that healing equals feeling plus mindfulness. So when you can just allow things to be there, that it can actually transform. And these I call gunk. These limiting energies are coming up right now, so it can actually be transformed. So as you breathe with it, let it be there. And a little bit, most of you, if not most of you, are able to feel that deep calm, that peace, that lightness, that grounded center place. Okay, again, breathe, allow whatever comes up to move through, trusting whatever comes up is what's needed right now to support you moving forward. And just realize that this is just a mini sample of the work, but see how much you can move through or get from this process of aligning you to your purpose. And just let things unwind from you and just being present, allowing whatever you need to move through you. And if you feel, like I said, calm and peaceful, doing good, that should show you that you're doing this more properly. Because in a deep, our true nature, our divine essence is deep calm and peace and love.
Wow. I just feel like such a sense of well-being that's like arising.
That's awesome, Demetria.
Yeah, it's like it was there, it's like it was already there and like something got removed and cleared and then now it's like it can flow through again.
Yeah. It's just the beautiful thing with the light lounge is really cut through. I didn't get a chance to share. There's really connects with that inner guidance, the inner knowing, and it cuts through the gunk with the limiting belief patterns and the things that's holding us back. And just realign to that. It's almost like this uncovering process of, moving out the gunk so you can realize who you are, this gold nugget, this huge gold nugget that you didn't even think is just nothing or it's just a rock. Yeah. And the more we're able to do this more and more, the more we're able to move to this place of feeling so loved, so supported. And this is where the clarity comes through. And this is how, from this place, is how we're going to come more and more to alignment of where Spirit want to guide us.
Yeah, I could just really feel that. It's actually, I'm still like, I think integrating even more because it's profound. Well, if you want to, fortunately you are offering a wonderful way that anyone who wants to continue working with you, you're actually offering a free gift. It's a beautiful free gift. So if you just want to share what that is.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, this free gift is, you like to experience more of your, life purpose and get some more breakthroughs in that department in your professional career or in your life. I have this, free gift. You can actually, on our website at www.globalquantumhealing.com/gift. And when you join, you actually get free instant access to it, and there's the 5 secrets to live your purpose and prosper doing what you love. And you also receive a monthly free healing from me as part of the gift. So I'm really excited, the opportunities for people who resonate with this work and really ready to move forward and start living that life that we know we want and we know we can, to have the support that we need more and more.
Wonderful. And Jenny, it has truly been an honor to have you here today. And thank you so much for this very important work, if we want to even call it work, this important service that you are providing, not only to individuals, but to our planet.
Thank you so much, Demetria, for that. And same thing for you, too, for the great work that you do and the opportunity that you offer me and to be able to touch lives around the world, just like you are doing. So it's an honor and pleasure to be here with you and your tribe.
Yes, and thank you to each of you for being here. Um, Two or more are gathered, we are able to change the consciousness collectively. So thank you. Every one of you is very important on this journey together. And until next time, may you receive and perceive all of the gifts that you are receiving today. Namaste.